Hi, hello, good morning. I'm working from an Airstream. I'm working from an RV for more than a week, for 10 days, and so I thought I would share my experiences with you. Good morning, friends. Good morning. All right. That's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about my experiences being in an Airstream in an RV park in the Florida Keys for a while. All right. That's it. That's what we're going to cover today. It should be a short one. I should warn you that my internet may flicker in and out a few times because I'm in an RV park in the Florida Keys. If my internet does flicker, I'll be back. I think Ecamm Live can handle it. All right. All right. Good morning, Sashana. Good morning. The rest is up to you. Good morning, Copious Cat. Good morning, Kimberly. Good morning, Moments of Essence. Good morning, Latasha. Good morning, Girl Please. Good morning, Media Mama Chick. Hey, Rise Up and Bloom is Tony. Good morning, Tony. Good morning, Nikita. Good morning, Shelly Aaron. Hi. Good morning, Rita. Good morning, Frankie, who is the Joy Route. Frankie is Joy Route, and she lives in a van, right? So she's going to have some of the questions that you may have today that I can't answer. We might lean a little bit on you, Frankie. I can't bring you on to interview you today because I don't have strong enough internet. You can probably tell from the picture what you're seeing. My internet is okay, but I don't have enough internet juice to do an interview today. But Frankie may have some answers to some questions that you guys have, and you may want to go ahead and subscribe to her YouTube channel now. She's Joy Route on YouTube. You may want to subscribe to her channel now so that you can go back and check out her information in the future. All right. Hey, Donna. Okay. Hi, everyone. Good morning, KH. Good morning, Myrtle. Good morning, Leslie. Is Connie Perry here this morning? Hi. Good morning, Mom. All right. So that's what we're going to talk about today. All right. Regardless of how sweaty I appear, it's not hot in here. My RV has good air conditioning. I feel like I should say that. I just sweat. But it's nice and cool, and I got the air on, and you probably can hear it a little bit. All right. So what we're going to talk about today is I'm going to give you my first impressions of being in an RV and having to work. So this is a week where I've had to do Exodus Summit things. If you don't know, Exodus Summit is a virtual summit for Black women to help them plan their sabbatical or their move abroad. Exodus Summit is happening October 8th through 10th, 2022. And Exodus Summit is, so you could potentially get a ticket at exodussummit.com today, okay? Things, we don't have we have not yet announced speakers and session titles yet, but if you're all in, you could go to exodussummit.com right now and buy your ticket to register for Exodus Summit, which is a virtual summit. So this week has been a week of me doing summit things. I needed to actually work on the landing page. I'd started it before I got here. I got here, I don't know the days of the week. I don't know. I guess Monday or Tuesday I got here. I'm going to fix this while we're live. I got here Monday or Tuesday. So this week I had to work on the landing page. When you go to exodussummit.com, I had to work on that page this week. I did some coaching calls. I did a handful of coaching calls this week while here in the RV on Zoom and on Google Meets. I do some calls on Google Meets and some calls on Zoom. I did some book writing things, which is easy, right? You don't need a whole lot of internet juice for Google Docs. I'm writing my book in Google Docs, right? You don't need a whole lot of internet juice, but I've had to do a lot of work things. So I thought it would be a good time to come on and just talk about that. Talk about what it's been like working from the RV. And if you have any questions, ask me, because I'm not a person who can predict your questions. So if you have your questions, go ahead and ask. And that's what we're going to talk about today. All right. But first, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Stephanie Perry. I'm a house sitter. I am between house sits right now. I'm the creator of House Sitter School, and I help Black women take a sabbatical or move abroad or bop around as a digital nomad. If that sounds good to you, make sure that you subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. Ring that notification bell so that you will be notified when I post a new video or when I go live. Welcome. Okay, we're at it. We're in it. Yes, yay for book writing things. Yes. All right. So I'm writing the job detox journal. Yeah. I don't have anything, I don't have any information to give you at this time about when or where. Okay. I'm sorry. I don't. But it's happening. Okay. It's happening. And so I thought it would be a good time. I'm between house sits. I finished my house sit in Fort Myers, Florida. And I actually go back to that exact same house sit the end of the month. And while I was in between, I was like, well, what can I do? I knew that I needed some sit down and do work time in a place where I wasn't going to be easily distracted. Um, so coming to the Florida Keys may have been it was a choice, but as you know, I'm a person who doesn't mind going to a place but not doing the things in that place. So I'm in the Florida Keys. I have not yet set foot on the beach. When I tell you I'm within walking distance of the beach and I have not yet set foot, I have seen it. I'm actually in an RV park where the hold on one second. Thank you. I'm in an RV park with I think like 20 spots or slips, or I don't know what they call them, 20 spots. And at spot number 21 is the beach. You know what I'm saying? Like I just need to walk past 19 other RVs to get to this little tiny beach that this RV park has, the little tiny beach in front of the RV park. And I haven't done it yet because, right, I got to focus. I got to focus. I can't fool around. This book was supposed to have been done. So I thought, what can I do to lock myself in a place and give myself a little writing retreat? I looked for cabins. My first thought was, let me find a good cabin. But I found this RV and I thought it was adorable. And so I chose to come here. The RV park is right on Marathon Key. There is a swimming pool. Well, later I'll go outside and I'll show you. There's a swimming pool right across the street, right across the way from me. I'm in front of the rental office. So it's like rental office, swimming pool, beach, boat slips in the middle. There's some boat slips for RVers who have their own boats. But I thought, let me lock myself in a place where I can't get distracted. There's no TV even. So like I can't even, turn on TV. Now I have been distracting myself on the internet. I watched some dumb stuff on Netflix just yesterday. Okay. So I'm not saying that I am 100% working, but I am getting in hours of work. Whereas before I was getting in minutes of work a day. I am getting in hours of work as opposed to minutes of work. So it's been worth it. I'm only halfway through. I leave on the 25th, 24th. I'm not exactly sure. I need to look that up so I don't have a repeat of last time when I stayed and they were like, you were supposed to check out 2 hours ago. I think the 25th to go back to Fort Myers to do the second part of that house sit. So it's been good. I put down notes and now I'm just talking off the dome. I wrote down notes. Okay. So I'll tell you about the living situation in the RV and the working situation in the RV. What I cannot tell you about is the driving situation because this is not that kind of RV. I am in an Airstream, but I am just stationary. I'm just parked in the RV park. I'm not driving this bad boy. Let's see, how easy would it be for me to show you the Airstream? I'm going to try, okay? If I lose you, I'm sorry. But I'm going to try to show you the picture that I took of the Airstream. Open. It's, the silver box. Can y'all see that? So I'm in the silver box. They did set out a little table and chairs in the front. And then, like I said, I'm in an RV park. So this is where I am. Yeah, there's not a whole lot else to show you because the picture shows it all. Yeah, I'm in the little RV park. I hope you can see this. Yeah, a little table and chairs. There's a good light on the Airstream. So, okay, thanks, Ivy. So, I'm satisfied. Okay, now how do I take that away? Let's hide. Okay, oh, that was easy. Look at me learning new things. I've been using Ecamm Live for over a year. Okay, I'm learning how to use it. Okay. All right. And as far as the Airstream itself goes, there's not a whole lot to show you here either. Let's see. I'm going to pick this up. Let's see what happens. Okay. So I am, mm, I don't know. Okay. Part of me says stand up and the other part of me says don't stand up. Okay. So let's see. The front door, right? Oh, so this is my light in the way. Okay. Right. So you come in the door, and as soon as you come in the door, you see the little kitchen area. Don't judge me. I have dirty dishes in the sink from yesterday, not even from today. Dirty dishes in the sink from yesterday. I've got the sink. There is a microwave, and there is it's hard to do, little stove top and the little oven. The oven, I've cooked a frozen pizza in there, so it's a good size oven. Got two racks or two racks, down in there. So I cooked a frozen pizza in there. It's good enough size, and not a small but not a large fridge. I guess it's a regular size fridge. Some apartments would have a fridge that size, right? Then there's the work area, the desk, table, chair, the film, what's it called? The projector screen. I don't know how to get the projector screen back up. I just keep it there, right? And then there's a sofa, which I think is yesterday when I hollered at the ladies, I did I went to the co-working session for the Patreon community, right? And we did a co-working session together. Yesterday I called that a love seat, but I think it might be a full-size couch because I laid down on it. It might be a love seat. And then the two sides are recliners. So super comfortable. The bedroom back here, I didn't make my bed. There's barely enough room for me to walk around the bed. So I don't make it. I don't make it. It's a struggle to try to make the bed. So I don't even try. And then behind me is the bathroom. And the bathroom takes up the full width of the trailer. So the shower is regular size, which surprised me even more. It's a regular size shower. It's not like an airplane bathroom. You know what I mean? When I first got here, the first night, I got here about 9 or 10 at night, and it was dark, and I walked in, and I could immediately tell that they had not cleaned from the last people who checked out. So I texted the Airbnb lady, and she was like, oh, I'm so sorry. Go sleep in the Airbnb next door. Go sleep in the Airstream next door, and our cleaners will come first thing in the morning. They had gotten a mix-up. They had a mix-up. So I went next door. That Airstream it's the exact same Airstream, except the bathroom is half the size, and half of that space is a tiny bedroom with a bunk bed, right? They sectioned off the bathroom. Half of it is a bedroom with a bunk bed, and the other half is the bathroom. So the shower was like this. I was there for one night, and that shower was itty bitty. If I had tried to stay there for days and days, I would have been unhappy. But this one only has one bedroom, one bed. So it's a regular size shower. So that's been good. So living in the Airstream, trying to cook minimally in the Airstream. I don't cook a lot. I did buy some frozen shrimp that I cooked on the stove, or so and that's the only thing. I haven't even made breakfast here because I'm close to things. There's a bagel store. There's a bagel shop down the street where I had a bagel with pork belly, with Korean pork. Oh my gosh, it was so good. It's taken everything in me to not go back. Okay, so living in the Airstream, I got no complaints. I'm a big person. I'm 5'9". I'm a size 18 or 20. And I thought that I would feel like I'm just like bumping into things and everything is in the way and there's no space and I can't just spread out and stretch out. But there's plenty of space for one person. I think two people. I think if there were two people in here, I think I would be okay for periods of time, right? In between house sits, I think an Airstream would be a good choice. Yeah. So as far as living in it, no real complaints. Kitchen, no problem. As a person who doesn't cook much, if I was a person who enjoyed cooking, that might be a situation. I don't enjoy cooking, so not a situation. Um, and then the shower's fine. The toilet. So the RV toilet is an RV toilet, which means there's no water in the toilet bowl. Okay. So, which means if you don't put your toilet deposit in the right place, it will sit there. You have to get your waste as close to that little hole as possible. Using an RV toilet is a brand new experience for me. You have to get your stuff as close to that hole as possible. I learned that I did not sit far enough back on the toilet seat. I didn't know this in 48 years of life, right? So you have to sit all the way back so that you can basically poop into the hole. Because when you flush, it's suction, it's not water, right? In a normal toilet, water will wash everything away. In this toilet, it's just like a hose, like a suction type situation. That's really like the only real trade off, or the only real concession that I have to make. The only real change I have to make in life, having been in an RV for all of 5 days, right? The only change that I've had to make in life is sitting on the toilet the right way. Other than that, I do normal things, right? I don't have to, I have 3 or 4 days of food in the refrigerator. I just bought frozen meals and salads at Publix, right? And a variety of alcohols, right? So it's not like, oh, I can't store food here because I don't have a real refrigerator, right? I have 3 or 4 days of food, and they had buy one get one free ice cream, these size ice cream. So I bought 2 of those, and I've got some frozen burritos in the freezer, right? Um, so it's not like, oh, I can't have food in here because it's tiny. It's just normal. So I get to be, it's the size, the RV is big enough that you can live normally and not have to make a bunch of concessions, not have to do a bunch of um, workarounds. I don't have workarounds. So that's really good. Yeah. So living in the RV has been good. Janie said, what was the nearest Marriott? It was a thing. I didn't know, right? I'm like, why is nothing happening? Okay, so now I know. I'm not sitting far enough back on the toilet seat. Okay, that was the. I stayed in an RV in Australia when I did a work exchange through Workaway. I stayed in an RV in Australia for, I don't know, a couple weeks, but it didn't have a bathroom. This was the RV where they had made their own, basically, porta potty out of a trash can, a trash dumpster type recycle trash can, like what the people come and pick up from you, or come and change. This was even though this is not my first time sleeping and spending time in an RV, this is my first time using an RV bathroom, the RV toilet. Do I have AC? I sure do. I know I'm sweating, but I just sweat. Okay. I've got good air conditioning and the little control panel, which is right here. You can control whether you want the air to, oh, maybe I have it coming from the wrong spot. You can control which vents you want the air coming from. I've got vents here, here, and in the bedroom. And that control panel is pretty awesome. This is a pretty smart RV. Like I said, the screen, the projector screen is stuck, but the other stuff is pretty well connected. So, yes, so I've got good air conditioning. I assume it's solar powered. I don't know. She didn't say anything about the electric bill. So I'm assuming most of the stuff here is solar powered. So I've got good air conditioning. And I'm not in a place where I would open the windows, right? Like it's not cool enough. I'm in Marathon, Florida. It's not cool where I could just open the windows and get a breeze. I've not opened the windows for a breeze. So the air conditioning has done its job. Celeste says it's still better than squatting in China. You got that right. Yes, Tamra looks slightly smaller than a new build New York City apartment. Yes, I could get behind an Airstream for a week or two. Yeah, yeah, it's very small apartment-ish, right? Yeah, my main questions before I got here were would I be able to stand up fully here and in the shower, and I can. Even the shower, because the showers are, how showers are, they're up a little bit so that the water can drain out. Even in the shower, I can stand up fully. And the shower head is high enough that I can wet my hair. I don't have to like dip down to use the shower. Those are my main questions. What is the shower situation? Can I stand up fully? And how awkward is it going to be trying to cook food? Like I said, all I did was stir fry some shrimp and I microwaved a pizza. Not microwave, put a pizza in the oven. But no complaints. And I make coffee. I've been making coffee every day. Yeah, so it's not as small as Angela. I don't know. So I think with my hair, I'm probably close to 6 feet and I don't have to dip down. So because I'm 5'9" plus hair, that was my concern. But I don't know. I don't know. It's a good size Airstream. Stephanie, when you are not traveling, you can stay in the RV and chill. Yeah. So this is not my RV. This is just an Airbnb. I wish this was my RV. I wish. I ask my dad all the time to go buy me a school bus and renovate it. We'll see. Maybe when I get home, he will have done that. Yeah, this is just an Airbnb. I saw it on Airbnb. Like I said, I was looking for a cabin. And I was like, oh, this looks cute. Let's see. So yeah, it's been good. Hey, S. Kim Casey, any RV park barbecues yet? No, because it's a small park, they don't seem to do any community stuff. I don't have experience with RV parks, but I do have experience with hostels, where hostels do things for people together. This doesn't seem to be like that kind of place. It seems to be the kind of place where you do your own thing. But I have a little tiny barrel behind me I have behind the RV. So I showed you the picture of the front. Behind the RV, there's a picnic table. There is a tabletop grill and there's a little barrel thing. So if somebody was going to barbecue some food, I would smell it. Everybody has theirs. But this seems to be not a community place, which is fine with me because, I'm not into all of that. And I haven't seen any black or brown people. I hardly see people pass by because they come and go. They leave early, right? This is the Florida Keys. They're not here to stay in the RV like I am. So they leave early, passing by. So but I haven't seen black or brown people. And I see some people get in the pool every now and then. But I seem to be the only person of any color, only pigmented person. IVD, it's not a porcelain toilet. Some RVs have porcelain toilets. Oh, okay. Okay, it's porcelain. It's a porcelain toilet. It's not the metallic toilet. It's a porcelain toilet. It just doesn't, there's no water in it. It's a suction system. It's a toilet looking toilet. It looks exactly like a regular toilet, just no water, and just when you flush it, you just hear it. I shouldn't have done the sound effect, but that's all. You just hear it. All right. Yes. Headroom was a question. It was a question I had, and I got it answered right away. No problem. Yeah, Tiffany Gilbert. I don't mind a small kitchen, but I need a good sized shower and a living room area. Yeah. So I'm satisfied. I think if you wanted to spend some time in an RV park in an RV, it might be a nice choice for a little getaway. As far as my writing retreat goes, what I need to work is good electricity, good air conditioning, good Wi-Fi. I've got 2 of the 3, right? I've got electricity, so I can stay cool. I've got air conditioning, so I can stay cool. The internet here in this RV is the RV park's internet. This RV itself doesn't have its own Wi-Fi. I'm getting Wi-Fi from the RV park. Good news is I'm right across from the office, so I probably have the best Wi-Fi in the park. But I tested it and I'm at 9 megabytes per second for download and 6 megabytes per second for upload, which is why this quality probably looks worse to you than it normally looks when I do a live stream, right? Yesterday, when I met with my Patreon ladies in the co-working session, in the beginning, like I couldn't hear them and they couldn't hear me. It took a while before Zoom was like, oh, let's downgrade. You have poor internet. Now let's fix this. Let's downgrade your whatever. Um, so so what does that mean? That means that I would not want to have to upload a YouTube video with 8 megabytes per second of internet, not a 20-minute or 30-minute video. 3 or 4 minute YouTube video, sure. I could record, edit, and upload a short video, but most of my pre-recorded videos are around the 20-minute range, so I can't do that. Um, yeah. But other things that I've needed to do, I've been able to do. The landing page, if you go to ExodusSummit.com, I'm pretty sure I did that all here. It's hard to remember. It's hard to remember the days of the week, but I'm pretty sure I did the whole landing page here. So I did, so that stuff is doable. And then it's like I said, in terms of writing, what I need to write is I need Google Docs or Word. I think I said I use Word, but I don't. I use Google Docs. What I need is Google Docs and, the bare minimum list of internet. And so that's been fine. And I need light to read and, take and do some research. And that's it. So this is short term, 10 days, 12 days. I don't really know. 10 or 12 days. And I know I'm about halfway through. But it's been a good retreat, good experience. How much is the stay? So this is a strange thing. I'm paying a little under $100 a day for this RV, but I'm pretty sure the rent at the RV park is more than that. So I don't understand how the owner of this RV is making money unless she's the owner of the RV park in total, which I don't think. This seems to be an RV in an RV park that is paying rent to the RV park. So she must have some sort of long-term rent deal because she's got 2 RVs here. This one was $100 a day. The next door one was a little cheaper, but it's small, like I said, smaller and not smaller, but it's 3 bedrooms. So the living space and the bathroom is smaller. So I don't know how the RV host is making any profit when they also have to pay for the RV park. I don't know. But I'm paying a little under $100 a day. That's what I know. That's what I know. Okay. Oh, Lotus Flower Queen just purchased a cargo trailer for camping around the country. Cargo trailer. Okay, so that's one that you're going to pull behind a vehicle. The Airstream too. You have to pull it behind a vehicle. Okay, that's wonderful. Oh, are you going to document that on a YouTube channel? That's wonderful. Yeah, I think I would love to ride around Canada in particular. Canada, the U.S. state parks. I think I would dip down into Mexico and then down into Central America if I had no place to be and, free time and it was okay if my internet situation was spotty. I would love to do that. Spend like a year just seeing the things I haven't seen, seeing the things close to home. I would love it. What I'm learning this week is that the space isn't a situation. The space isn't a problem. If I had this amount of space for me or 2 people, I think I would be perfectly fine with it. I wasn't sure. I'm not a person who feels like confined and claustrophobic. But you never know, right? You never know when you just start to feel locked in somewhere. But I feel good about the space here. So Doctor, so I gave a rundown. Shower's normal size because the bathroom is the whole width of this RV because it's just a 1-bedroom. Shower's a normal size shower, except that on one side of the shower it curves. You know how the Airstream is a curvy body. So one side of the shower curves, but the other side is normal height, right? Shower is normal size. The toilet is a suction toilet, so you have to get everything close to the hole because there's no water in the bowl. The community, I don't know. I don't know what they're like. I don't know. I have seen the man who works here ride around on a golf cart, so I assume he's here to make sure everyone is safe. But he don't say nothing to me, and I don't say nothing to him. Right? He's a white dude in his 30s, maybe 40s. The pool out here looks good. I'll get in the pool at some point. I just don't want, you know how it is with, as much as I love getting in the pool, sometimes I'm like, I don't feel like dealing with rinse, because I have to rinse out the oil in my hair before I get in pools. I go into the shower and kind of co-wash my hair to get the oil out, and then get in the pool. And then when I come back, I have to add the oil back in. I'm like, I'm wasting my oil. I'm not wasting my oil. So, are we eating out in the elements? I have not. Even though I have the nice table, which I'll show you if you weren't here earlier. So I have the nice table in the front, and I have the table in the back. I have not. Oh wait, I don't know how to show you that. How did I do it? I was so confident that I remembered how to do it. Go on and do it. I don't remember how to show you the picture. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I thought I did. I just did it so quickly. And now I'm like, I can't find the place to show you the picture. I can see the screen share. Oh, video file. Maybe it's that. Oh, no, that ain't it either. That's video only. Oh, no. That's so strange. It was just right in front of my face earlier. And then I closed it out with hubris and confidence. Let's see. No. Add. No. I don't know. Okay. I don't know. Anyway, so yes, I have outdoor eating places. No, I have not eaten outdoors. It's hot. I'm in Florida. I'm in the air conditioning. Hi, Dawn. You can make an appointment with me at vicarious.com/call-me. Vicarious.com/call-me. Okay, so this is where you can go to book a one-on-one call with me. I do 30-minute sessions on sabbatical and house sitting things. I do 1-hour session on YouTube coaching and YouTube coaching. YouTube coaching is an hour session. So if you want some one-on-one time with me, this is where you can do it. Vicarious.com/call-me. Any changes? I don't think there's any changes that I need to tell you. Erica, hey Erica. Erica says put water in the toilet before you go. I don't even know if that would help. I guess it would suction it. I guess. I'm not doing all that, girl. I'm not doing all that. I just learned how to poop better. Okay? I just poop better. Sit back. I just sit back all the way. I'm 48. I'm still learning new things. Okay? Yes. Evencia, every now and then I'll mess up and get in a pool. I did this in Curacao one time. Every now and then I'll mess up and get in the pool because I am heavy-handed on products. I got in that pool and I was like, oh, I have created an oil slick. I can't even act like I didn't do this. It's just a thin layer of olive oil because I use olive oil and Jamaican black castor oil most of the time. I have a mix of those two. Or sometimes, what is it called? Avocado oil. It was just like a little thin layer, just a little oil slick on the top of the pool. So I try not to do that because I don't want to mess up people's pools. And I want to enjoy my time in the pool and not have like oil on me, you know. So I have to do that. I do a quick co-wash, rinse the stuff and scrunch some conditioner through my hair to get that oil out. And then I got to add it back in afterwards. So sometimes. So, right. Because at the people's house, I just got in, at the house in Fort Myers, I just got into the pool and didn't wet my hair. Right. So that's always an option here. But here, I'm going to want to swim in the pool. It's a little bigger and it's, you know, I don't know. Now that, because I don't know that, because in people's houses, those pools always have like a place where you can sit. Sometimes they have like the hot tub built in. Right. This one is just a pool for swimming. It's not a pool for like just chilling on the side and not getting your hair wet. Hi, Pamela. I live in Florida. Would not have thought of staying in an RV near the beach. I'm considering it now. Okay, good. I hope so. I wish I had bothered to go to the beach and record it so I could show y'all how short of the walk it is. But seriously, when I came back, the first, the second night, so I got here at night. So when I came back the second night from going to the grocery store and doing all that, I could tell that I could hear people down at the pier, and I was like, oh, must be really close. I'm talking about like you have to walk past not even 20 RVs to get to the beach. And they were out there watching the sunset on little chairs. So maybe I'll do that. If you follow me on Instagram, I'll make a commitment to do that because the sun sets right in that direction. Sun rises over here, which is good because I can see it from my bedroom window. I have not gotten out for a sunrise either. So the sun rises in my bedroom window and it sets right here at the little beach that's close by. So it's been good. So follow me on Instagram. I'll try to do some stories over the next few days. Just actually like doing things. No promises. I said try. Okay? I said try. Yeah. Yeah. It's really laid back and chill. This is good for a person. This would also be good for a family, I think, because of the pool and there's something. I haven't been into the main building, but there's something in there. Right? Maybe, who knows? Maybe like a game room. Maybe not. I might peek my head in there. The other thing that they have is, so the beach is there, but there's a little inlet right next to me. I'll go outside in a few minutes. A little inlet right next to me where if you RV'd and you have a boat, you can dock your boat right there. They have boat docks. This is boat docks plus RVing plus the beach plus the pool. Yeah, so that's that. So what did I want to tell you about actually working from the RV though? Where are my notes? I said internet 9 megabytes download, 6 megabytes per second upload. To give you some context, actually, this is probably Atlanta speed. Okay, all shade to Atlanta internet service providers. In every time I've stayed in an Airbnb in Atlanta, I've had about this speed of internet, even though you test it and it says 90 or 50. It might say 50 megabytes per second upload. Definitely you do not, right? This probably looks exactly like the live stream that I did when I was in Atlanta. I from what I see on my screen, the graininess that I see on my screen, this is probably, it looks like when I do a coaching call with a woman and she's in Atlanta. So if you can work from Atlanta, this is a speed that you could work with. It's a little frustrating and a little slow. This is not, where did I have the best internet? Malaysia. I had the best internet in Malaysia. This is not Guadalajara, right? When I want to do work in an inexpensive place, I like to go to Guadalajara because I know I'm going to get super speedy internet and I can find an inexpensive Airbnb, right? But for a place that is not made for working, right? This RV park is not made for working. It's been pretty convenient and I can stream, right? I've watched, like I said, I watched Netflix go trash yesterday. That 365 days, the third installment is out. So I watched that. Stupid. It was stupid, but I could. And I'm live with you, right? So it's enough, but it's not I would not want to upload a YouTube video with this internet speed. Y'all, I promise you, there is a class action suit. If y'all get yourselves together, I'm serious, Atlantaans. Get yourselves together. Your internet service provider is lying to you. Okay? Y'all are paying for high-speed internet and you don't have high-speed internet. Every time I do a one-on-one call with a woman, a video call with a woman in Atlanta, I can tell right away. She's in Atlanta. Looking all grainy. Freezing up on the screen. I'm not kidding. There is a class action suit out there. Somebody get it together. I'm not kidding, right? So if you can work in Atlanta, you could work from this RV park. Erica, it was exactly what you would expect, right? It was just like the other ones. Like probably an hour in, I was like, when does the story start? All right, I've watched everyone have sex. Now, when does the story start? Where's the conflict here? And it started about an hour in, and it was over in an hour and 30 minutes, right? Oh, so we're going in on Atlanta. Okay, because Celeste says also your airport is trash. Okay. All right. I don't mind. I don't mind going in on Atlanta. I've told you it's one of my least favorite cities in the whole world. Thank you. I'm assuming that we've seen the end of it, Mimi. I'm assuming this was the last of the installment. Or who knows? Based on the ending. Yes. I'll tell y'all, Atlanta, I'm telling you, they are lying to y'all about your internet speed. I have no doubt that there is a class action suit in there. I know. It's the truth. It's the truth. It's the truth. Okay. All right. So, Clubhouse for women. I can't do tent camping unless it's glamorous camping. I need electricity and a sittable toilet seat. Yes. Lauren, who spoke at the first Exodus Summit, who is the outdoorsy diva on Instagram. She's camping right now. There's like a black camp out happening, and she's camping right now. Mostly, she just says she's hot, so she's got a bunch of fans. She has a neck fan, she has a held fan, she has a tabletop fan, she has a regular fan, right? But there's some camping happening right now. I don't know that I'm tent. I don't know that I could do tent camping. The promise would have to be spectacular. Like you would have to say, I mean, it would be like those places that I want to visit in Canada and the US, the national parks. Like you'd have to promise me the most spectacular view and experience of my life to get me to sleep in a tent again. I don't know. I don't know that that's for me. I think the RV is the right answer for me. Yeah. Yes, Celeste was like, while we're at it, here are my other complaints. Prices are too high for things just all around the city. Why is Atlanta priced like Washington, D.C.? Why? It's not Washington, D.C. You will never be Washington, D.C. Stephanie DK says the shopping in Atlanta is good. Okay. All right. That's something. That's 1 point for Atlanta. I know, Shelley, that's right. Yes. No loyalty. Nobody reps Atlanta. You can tell that by the sports teams. Right. Nobody really is from Atlanta. Not a whole lot of people are from Atlanta. Okay. But maybe Leslie. Leslie says that's enough. Okay. Leslie says enough of this. Let's move on. Okay. It's very quiet here at night. Like I said, it's a small RV park. I don't know if they're all like this. I would guess if you got into an RV park at a time when there were RVs of people who knew each other, it could be a little rowdy. I would guess. Karen, who is the Mom Trotter on Instagram and YouTube, the Mom Trotter on YouTube and Instagram, she RVs with her husband and son. They live in an RV full time. They're from Southern California, and they were like, "We're not paying these prices. No, thank you." And they moved into a beautiful RV, and they RV full time. And you see him out. Their son is elementary school age, and you see him out with his friends and stuff in the RV parks that they're in. So I would guess when you meet people, and when you're in a park with people who know each other, it could probably be rowdy because it's a contained place, and I could guess. But this is a small RV park, and so it's very quiet. Like I said, I'm in the Keys, and so like the night sky is gorgeous here. You can see stars. The night sky is really, really pretty. But your question was, is it quiet? Yeah, it's been quiet. It's been quiet. Not creepy quiet though. Just quiet, regular quiet. There's like nightlife. There's bug life. What is it? There are bugs out making noises. Yes, Erica says, I actually love camping, but as I get older, I need to glamp instead. Yeah. Yeah, I think those days are behind me too. Not that I was a camper. I was in the Army, right? I was not a camper, but I have slept outside because Uncle Sam said so. And I don't think I can't imagine what it would take for me to do that again. Like the promise of the payoff would have to be spectacular. Uh, yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, I want a school bus. Every time my dad is, I told y'all, my dad fixes cars and sells them, and he's retired, but that's what he does for fun, and I was gonna say fun and to keep himself busy, but for fun because he could do other things to stay busy. And every time he goes to an auction, I'm like, did they have any school buses? And he's like, they didn't have any. I know they did. I know they have school buses at those auctions. I'm like, bring me back a school bus. Okay. All right. I'm just looking to see if we have any questions that I can answer about RV life before we just go into whatever y'all want to talk about. That was it. I just wanted to tell you that it's been possible to work from an RV. That was it. I just wanted to tell you that, show you the little bit of it that I could show you. This is Rashida's plant. I call her Penny. That's Penny. Rashida's, hey, Miss Dow. And she's not here because Miss Dow, Rashida's mom, packed up her home in South Florida this week and went to closing. I think closing, it might be today. Do they do closings on Saturdays? Either it's today or it's on Monday. Herman Dow is out of South Florida. Okay, so I got to stop by, pick up some goodies. I showed up at their door empty-handed. I had nothing. And I left with a plant holder, a book, some drinks, a handful of things, right? Left with my hands full. So I got to hang out with Rashida in person in the United States for the first time ever. It was the first time we've seen each other on U.S. soil ever in our lives. They were busy packing. I pretended to help. I'm really good at looking like I'm doing helpful things. So I pretended to help for a couple hours, and then I left with the stuff that I came for. What books you got? Y'all got any more books? Y'all got any more little plants? So that was really fun. It was nice to be able to stop by and see them on my way here. And Herman Dow now is she's been a resident of Mexico, but now she's a resident of Mexico who actually lives in a home in Mexico. She's going to be down there scoping out a place. I don't want to tell too much of her story because hopefully I'll get to talk to her but about it here. But she made connections in Merida and may have found a place that she's going to rent long term. She doesn't have to, she's already visited and stayed in Airbnbs and checked some neighborhoods out. So she may have already found her place. So she's going to be down there this weekend, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure closing was today. If not, it's early next week. Hi, Sasha. No, I've never been to the Amalfi Coast in Italy for a house sit or for travel. I've never been to Italy yet. So why? You know somebody? It looks beautiful. Okay. Rashida was acting. Okay. Rashida on Instagram acted like she was so upset. They had a whole house to empty, right? They had a whole house to empty. I told her I'm going to take good care of her plant until I just ditch it, and Connie Perry will take good care of her plant. So you got another one on the way, Mom, right? Connie Perry will take good care of Penny. Yes, she's on her way, right? Between the Exodus Summit accountability group for Merida and another Facebook community for Merida that she found, she's got connections down there. She's got friends down there. She's got, a wonderful community already. So that's exciting. She's done, right? She's done. She's out of the U.S. She's a resident of Mexico and she sold her home. So on to the next, right? In her 70s. Yeah, so those people, those of you in your 20s and 30s talking about, is it too late? I want to know, is it too late? No, it's not too late. Okay? I hope that settles it. It's not too late. All right. Okay. Yes, Leslie, I love how you always inspire us to level up and enjoy new experiences. We're going to keep living. We're going to keep living. Yes, we're not going to stay where we were. I think that's the whole, I don't know the whole meaning of life. I don't know why we exist. If we exist, I've told you, I don't know why. But I think part of it, giving and receiving love and experiencing new things, right? Seeing a new thing. I think that's what we're here to do. I think that is when you see people really feeling themselves, really feeling good, right? Waking up with a song in their heart. Those are the two. Those are the two steps, as far as I know, right? To waking up with joy and being excited for every day, loving, giving and receiving love, and trying new things. Oh my gosh, Sonia, I can't stand it. Oh my gosh. Adelia interviewed me on the Picky Girl Travels the World podcast. That interview came out this week, and it was a wonderful chance to talk about different stuff. Instead of house sitting, we talked about other things, like dreaming a new dream at 48. And you know, I'm like, girl, I can't take it. I can't take those 20 somethings. Oh my gosh. Hello, 20 somethings in the chat. We've talked about this before, so y'all already know. Oh my God, I can't take, oh, is it too late? I want to do this. Girl, please. Open your eyes. It's not too late. Okay. Yes, it's not too late. That's right. So congratulations, Ms. Dow. Okay. It's never too late to live your truth and live for yourself. That's right. While there's breath in your body, do it. Have you made a reservation to die? Unless you know something we don't know, it's not too late. It's not too late. Yeah. I think Veterans Art Therapy Worldwide says maybe I can convince my mom to move out of the country too. I think that once we show, right, Rashida, well, no, Ms. Dow has lived places. She has bopped around the world herself. She's lived in she's from Jamaica. She moved to the United States and she's lived other places. But I think once people see it, then they're like, oh, I could do that too, right? They just need to see it being done. So I think it's possible. Tell your mom to join us. Tell her to join the Exodus Summit Facebook community and she'll see it being done, right? Makes it much easier, much more realistic, much more doable. Pretty Kitty Publishing, please tell us again about the other bloggers who are camping. All right. I'm going to just give you their ats, but they also have, I think most of them have YouTube channels. At Joy Route. Okay, this is Frankie. Frankie's probably still here in the chat. Frankie is a black van lifer, a black woman who lives her full-time life in her van. She does have a YouTube channel. Actually, Frank is the opposite. So she has a YouTube channel. She may not have Instagram, but she may. Frankie, if you're here, let us know if you have Instagram. So the may not work. So on Instagram, but you will see her here on YouTube. If you type in Joy Route Van Life, you will find Frankie. Okay. I have a habit of saying people's names, even though they use an alias. I just realized that. Like, she goes by Joy Route. Okay. But I will always be like, Frankie from Joy Route. Okay. Joy Route. All right. Karen Akpan is the mom trotter. I did it again. I can't. You can't tell me your name if you have a handle that you go by. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, but she is the mom trotter. I've met her in real life, and so I'm gonna use her. I use her for a government name. I don't know why. Okay, the mom trotter, also on Instagram and YouTube. They live in an RV. Karen, her husband, and her son live in an RV full time. It helps them to do a whole lot of traveling. So yes, they live in an RV, but yes, they stay gone. They're always on a flight somewhere or a cruise ship or something. They do a lot of doing because they don't have that big old house payment anymore. Um, so she's the mom trotter. And then right now, Outdoorsy Diva is camping. There's some sort of black camp out happening. Outdoorsy Diva, who is definitely on Instagram, but I don't know if she has a YouTube channel. Lauren, okay, I can't not say her name. Lauren, Outdoorsy Diva, they're camping right now with some sort of black camping community camp out thing that seems to be an annual thing. I saw a quick Instagram story from her, I think just yesterday. So you should be able to catch that and see a whole lot of black campers. You should see all of them should be sharing their stuff. If you look at her post, you should be able to see the hashtag to follow the entire event that's happening. Okay, good. Chocolate Rose, I follow them. I love them. Good. Yes. All right. So these are the people who I know of. And then Sophia is that boondocking diva, but I think it's that with a D. At that boondocking. Thea, if you're here, correct me if I got this wrong, but I think that boondocking diva is Fia, and she is an RVer. She and her husband RV, not full time, but they RV a lot. You know what I'm saying? They RV a lot. Yeah, Margaret. So you know about this? This was a full camping. Is this an annual thing? Melanin campers. So they're intense, but I would guess that there are also some RVers joining them. Yeah. So this is a thing. It's a thing. I talked to the Patreon community yesterday. I talked to some of the women from the Patreon community because we have a co-working session. Jessica organizes co-working sessions for us. Hi, Jessica. She's probably asleep because she's on the West Coast. And I went to the co-working session. I go some Fridays. That's the day that it normally works for me to go. And so I went yesterday, and I was like, I can see why white people have been so ferocious about keeping outdoors to themselves, because it's awesome, right? I can see why a certain type of person, let's say a Native American person, would be so generous with sharing the outdoors, and why a white person would be like, not you, you can't come, not you, only for us, right? Because it's so wonderful. And even the RV park situation, what a good situation this is that I didn't know existed, a few years ago. So I can see why a certain type of person would be so protective in a bad way of something that they don't own, right? Protective of the outdoor spaces. So policing, right? So would be so convinced that their role is to police things. And groups like Melanated Campers and Outdoor Afro are working to tear that down, right? They're working to open these spaces to Black and brown people. I love it. I love to see it. All right. I'm not the most outdoorsy person, as you can tell by the fact that I've not eaten a meal outdoors. I've spent all of my time in the camper, in the RV. Okay. Yes. But I do see the importance, the value in it. And I appreciate these groups who are coming together to work on some things, to fix the situation for us. Yes. Yeah, they did though, but they did for a long time, right? There was like a calculated effort to keep Black and brown people out of these spaces. Yeah, they try to control that. Sonia says they try to control outside and they can't. But they did though. They did. And that's why these organizations are so important. It does. Frankie says nature soothes and pampers the soul. Nothing else. Like nothing else. Right? Like nothing else. So yes, if I do go to the beach, if I go to the beach today, will I tell you? Oh, Auntie Trey, hi. Am I going to the beach today? I don't want to make any promises because today is a regular work day for me. I have a one-on-one call this afternoon and I have food for the day, so I don't need to go to the store. It's possible, but I'm not going to make any promises. But in the next three days, within the next 3 days, I'll get to the beach. But my work days really are Friday and Saturday are my heavy work days. Sometimes on Sunday, especially if it's a YouTube Success Society day, my YouTube coaching community. We get together on certain Sundays. So my days off really are Tuesday and Wednesday firm. Tuesday and Wednesday are my firm days off, and then sometimes I add in a Monday. But Friday and Saturday are like work days. Head down, do work days. It works for me, and it works for the women who book calls with me, right? The women who book coaching calls with me, this is when they're available. They're available on Saturdays and Sundays. So this is a normal day. No, I'm not driving the RV. This is in an RV park. I'm parked. I'm staying. So I've never driven an RV, so I've not experienced that. I've never driven any big vehicle like. Oh, Sonia, I'm in Costa Rica right now. Where should I go? What's a must see? Girl, I don't know. Check, look at the global black girl on Instagram. She may have some Costa Rica advice for you. I don't know. I went to one vacation in Costa Rica, and I haven't been to. I'm going to San Jose later, early fall. Okay. Senior insurance advisor requesting a picture of a sunset, please and thank you. Okay, I can do that. I'll, yeah, I can do that. Soon. Soon. I need to set my alarm for the sunset, so I'll know to stop what I'm doing and go. Because I'm pretty sure that's what they did. Because I walked down there and they were all like, it had to be everybody from the whole trailer park or from the whole RV park was sitting out there having a good time watching the sun go down. Hello, Queen Vonnie. Welcome. All right. Okay. So that was it. And then that's it, right? Am I renting a car? No, I'm on a small enough key I'm in the Florida Keys. I'm in a small enough key where, oh, I have a car. I was going to lie and be like, I can walk to the store. Publix and Winn-Dixie are less than a mile away. In less than a mile, I've got a Publix, I've got Winn-Dixie, I've got 2 or 3 different bagel stores, like breakfast places, McDonald's, Taco Bell, like I don't know how big this actual key is, but everything is within walking distance. But I have a car. I'm on a road trip. I'm on a house sitting road trip. I'm just in between house sits. So I have my car. Goldie. Goldie got me here. Yeah, so I have a car. Okay, so IVD says, here's some information for you. IVD says go to Manuel Antonio in Costa Rica. Okay. The 2 Sonias are hollering at each other. Hello, Sonia. Sonia gang. All right. Okay. All right. So that's it. I told you about working in the RV. I told you about living and cooking and showering in the RV. And I told you a little bit about what I know about the RV park. All right. Okay. Any questions? Anything you want to discuss? I did see this question. When is the next Exodus Summit? Melly W., I'm so glad you asked. It's time. It's summit season. Okay. We are now full on into Exodus Summit season. And Exodus Summit is happening October 8th through 10th, 2022. October 8th through 10th is the virtual summit, right? The dates for the virtual summit. We will likely do the kickoff on Friday the 7th, okay? But the sessions will start on Saturday, October 8th. This summit's theme is Move Abroad Money. Exodus Summit this year is designed to show you the money, right? Not talk about where you should go, where you could go if you had the money. This summit is wrapped up in showing you the money. We have speakers who will be talking specifically about that, about different types of work, different types of investments, different types of, working, investing, showing you the money. How do you get the money to move abroad, right? Sounds great. I want to do it. Now, how do I pay for it? Okay, this is what's happening this year, October 8th through 10th. We're not announcing speakers yet, so we don't have yet the announcement on the Exodus Summit page about who is speaking and what the sessions are. But if you want to go check out the summit, check out the summit. Not only can I not talk and type, I can't even remember and type. Exodus Summit. Let me do this. ExodusSummit.com. Okay. Tickets are already available at ExodusSummit.com. Okay. So if you already know that you're going, go ahead and get your ticket now at ExodusSummit.com. Okay. If you want to wait till you hear some speakers, okay. Hang on. Okay. But we're 7 weeks out. So this year is about the money. So we're going to do the regular summit sessions talking about different ways to make the money to live your life abroad or to take your sabbatical. If your thing is not necessarily moving abroad, but taking significant time abroad, right? This is about the money. Okay. So we're doing the regular summit sessions. And of course, this year we're also still doing the upgraded pass. The upgraded ticket will get you some bonus, smaller group sessions. We'll get you some of the bonuses and discounts that will help you take action later, right? So if you wanted to join From Burnout to Bliss to get group coaching, there's a significant discount, a $100 discount to From Burnout to Bliss included in the upgraded ticket. From House Sitter School is included. My YouTube coaching masterclass, which is called Get Found on YouTube, is included. But I think more importantly, those small Zoom sessions, the bonus sessions that we're going to have, where you'll be able to sit down with your notebook and ask your questions in the group coaching Zoom sessions. That is what is included in the upgraded ticket so far. We're still adding some things. Ticket price won't increase, but we're adding some bonuses in. Okay. Exodus Summit is all virtual, all online. And we do it all off of Facebook. So okay, let me say this. You hopefully, if you're coming to the summit, you also have Facebook so that you can get in on some of the community. I've said it in some of the community, okay? But the sessions themselves are happening at ExodusSummit.com. And probably also on Zoom for the face-to-face, camera on stuff. So if you are opposed to Facebook, you can still attend and participate in and enjoy the summit, okay? But hopefully you will be okay with if you're not on Facebook right now, getting a Facebook account just for those few days, because there is going to be community happening on Facebook. What we learned, like I just said about Ms. Dow, what we learned from the first two summits, or even from just last year's summit, from 2021, Exodus Summit 2021, what we learned was that the accountability groups get you out the door. Yeah, all right. Rashida and I came back from Cancun these accountability groups are doing it. We had after last year's summit in 2021, we let women raise their hands and say, I want to run an accountability group for all of the women who want to move to this particular city, right? So there's a Playa del Carmen accountability group. There's a Merida, Mexico accountability group. There's an accountability group that's probably for all of Portugal. I don't know if that one broke down by city, right? Right. But there are accountability groups for different regions. And then there was an accountability group for people who just wanted to bop around, right? I just want to leave a bop around. Those accountability groups were such a strong predictor of who has made significant progress. We met women in Cancun and we were like, wait, you're already on sabbatical? Or wait, you've already moved abroad? What happened? I went to Exodus Summit 2021. I joined the accountability group. I now am doing the thing that I wanted to do. That was just a dream. That was just a goal. Is now real. It has come to fruition. Those accountability groups were the biggest predictor of success. So yes, accountability groups again this year. This year they'll probably be divided differently, not by location, but by something else. Because this is a money summit, right? Because this is a summit about making move abroad money, they'll probably be divided up by the type of money focus you have, right? What are you looking on real estate? Are you looking to real estate investing as your move abroad income? Are you looking to get a job in another country? Are you looking to work remotely? Are you looking to do gig work, like teach English online, right? Those probably will be the dividing factors for the accountability groups this year. Ms. Chikoro, hey, Ms. Chikoro. Yes, this is you. Hi. What will the time zone be for the summit? It's going to be like U.S. time zone focused. You're in Europe, I believe. So some of the sessions will be really late in the evening for you. Yeah, so we don't have, right now we don't have a good schedule of things, but most of the sessions, like the Saturday sessions, will happen during, like, all day for us Saturday, all day Saturday, Sunday, and into Monday. But good news is you'll get replays. So if there's something that you want to go to, a session that you want to watch, don't miss sleep, right? Don't stay up. Don't be up at 3 and 4 in the morning. Okay, just watch the replay. You may want to schedule a chance to get to the live session. So like if we did a live session at, say, this is just me saying this is not when it's scheduled, but if we did a Zoom group session at 7 p.m. Eastern time for you, that would be midnight, 1, 2, 3 in the morning. Yeah. So that's not going to be a good time for you, but you'll have access to the replays. And if you're in the community, you'll still be able to form community to get to know the women in the summit there in the Facebook community. Not necessarily during the live events, but in the community and with watching the replays. Okay. So as you can tell, I'm super excited that it is Exodus Summit season. The last day of the summit is Columbus Day, so that's a Monday. Hopefully a good percentage of you will have no work, right? Will not be working that day. So I think it's a good time. Good. Okay. All right, Pamela, we'll see you there. Listen, we run the summit because the first year we saw the change. The first year we saw what happens when you don't just give inspiration, but when you actually give the information. When people actually walk away with the information, like, here's the next step I need to take, and here's the step after that, and the step after that, right? What we saw was women out the door, on sabbatical, right? The summit happens September, October, right? By January, hello, I just wanted to let you know I'm on sabbatical. I just wanted to let you know I'm in Portugal for X number of weeks. I'm in Mexico for X number of weeks. I'm on my scouting trip now to see if I want to move to Panama, right? We run the summit. It's work. It's work, but we run the summit because we see the success. We see the end result from the first year to the second year, right? Our second year summit speakers were women who were attendees the first year. Right? These were women who the first year were like, oh, I'd love to move abroad, or I'd love to take a sabbatical. And then by the second year, they had done it and they could teach someone else, right? This year, because we're talking money, we have speakers who are people who have been in their world for a long time, right? People who have been real estate investors for a long time, or who have done trading, or who have done their thing for a significant amount of time. But the second year summit, last year's summit, was really people who were attendees the first year, which was amazing to see, right? Amazing to see that we have this many success stories that we can go ahead and bring them back to teach you. Yeah. So the money, but as we know, the money is the question, right? The money is the number one question. Okay, yes, so sure, I'm in. I'm moving to whatever. I'm moving to this country, or I'm taking a sabbatical for X period of time. Okay, but the question is always, okay, where's the money? This summit is designed to show you the money, right? With Move Abroad money, you will leave this summit knowing where your Move Abroad money is. Okay, so that is going to make the difference. That's going to be the difference maker. Okay, I'm super excited. I'm not even looking at the chat. I'm just talking. Okay, all right. It is incredible. It's incredible. Yeah. If we get, Amina, if we get tickets for this year's summit, will we have access to last year's replays? Good question. Let me write that down. Oh, actually, I'm just going to take a screenshot. Command Shift 3. I don't have an answer for you yet, but let me talk to my business partner. Good question, Amina. Thank you for that. It's not set up that way today, but if that changes, everyone will know. Is someone spamming? Yeah. Okay, ban. Every week. Hello, Nude HD. Every week. Every week. Okay. All right. Sonia, Mexico's ever-changing money requirements kept me from moving there, disabled on a fixed income. But when the money is flowing, it's on my list of possibilities. So this is an important point, right? The requirements for getting residency in a country change every time the money starts changing in the world, right? Whether it's because they change their minimum wage. So Mexico had a change when they increased their minimum wage. That also increased the amount of money you needed to be able to get residency in Mexico, right? Whether it's minimum wage or inflation or something. The requirements keep changing. And so that's why we want to get there. Get it as soon as you can. This is why I'm looking for residency in Costa Rica before the year is out. I don't want to have to wait and meet next year's requirements. I'd like to get in now. Yeah, so this is important. This is why, and in some of these countries, getting residency doesn't mean you have to move there right away, like we saw with Rashida's mom. Rashida's mom got residency. Rashida's already renewed her residency, so that means it was more than a year ago, right? But she's moving now. So she got in meeting the requirements that were in place in the end of 2020 maybe, or 2021, so that she doesn't have to worry with the new changes that will inevitably happen. They're going to keep happening, right? Money changes. Money changes. Yes, right. And so we want to be able to put ourselves in a position where we can work, where we can put things to work for us now and not have to rely on an unstable potential future. All right, Ivy, we'll see you there. Okay, so go ahead and register and block off your calendar. Okay, block off October 8th through 10th. Okay, block it off. We're not doing anything anything else. We're not doing anything else. Okay. Okay, I got him. I was super behind in the chat, so I didn't see it. All right. Okay. Anything else? Let me scroll. Yes. Okay. Talanda, I have a family of 4, so I'm interested in something that supports families. Yeah. Yes. So, yeah. Okay. So I think it's important before you come to the summit, or maybe actually not before, but during. I think it's important to have a money figure, right? What is my spending? When I say how much money do you need monthly, I'm talking about to spend. I don't mean like total money, but how much money do you need to live on in the place that you want to go to? I think it's good to have that figure in your mind before you come to hear these sessions, because that will help put things in context. You know what I mean? So start poking around. Get your Work From Anywhere toolkit with the calculators. Get the Work From Anywhere toolkit at exodussummit.com/toolkit. Actually, you may need to go to exodushomecoming.com/toolkit, because I'm fooling around with the domain. exodushomecoming.com/toolkit. Get your work from anywhere toolkit. The toolkit includes some calculators that cost of living calculators. The toolkit includes links to our favorite cost of living calculators. Okay, work from anywhere toolkit at exodushomecoming.com/toolkit. Start poking around at places that you're interested in and find out what your cost of living number is. Okay, when I say the number, because we talked about this just a few weeks ago, and I was like, here's where you can live on $2,500 a month. Here's where you can live on $3,500 a month. I'm talking about that is for your living expenses, right? Not total, because people were like, no, because you need 3x your income for rent. I'm not talking about what is yours. We're not factoring in taxes and savings and investing and gifts, right? I'm talking about how much do you need? How much can you live on? Your living expenses. How much do you have for your rent or mortgage, plus food, plus transportation, plus healthcare and utilities, right? How much for that? Anyway, get that figure so that when you come to the summit and people start talking money, it's in context. Okay? We talked last year in the summit, we talked to Danny, who did, she was a phone sex operator. Right? Last year in Exodus Summit 2021, one of our guests, Danny, was a phone sex operator. When she starts talking about how much she made per month, it becomes more clear what will and won't work for you. Or maybe that you need to compound some things. We had Danny, we had a woman who taught English online, right? So I know she made $10 or $12 an hour. So it's good to know how much you need to live on so that once we start talking the money, right? Here's how you make X number of dollars per month doing this thing. It's in context. You know if this is enough for you or you and your family to live on. Okay, y'all, you understand what I'm saying? Okay. All right. Yeah. So we need that base number so that when you start talking about, okay, here's how I'm going to figure it out, right? Here are the things I'm going to do to get my move abroad money. It's in context. Okay. All right. Yeah. I think do some pre-work. We may even, I don't know. I don't want to promise anything, but yes, do some pre-work because really, I would love it hi Patty, somebody came to the summit and walked away with their money plan together, right? And now all I got to do is work on making that money. That's easier done once you know the figures. You've got to figure out your figures. Isan One Ben, I really need to retire ASAP. Only fear is will I be able to live on my retirement? Can accountability group help me find affordable housing and healthcare in Portugal? If they're in Portugal, right? So some members of the accountability group will be in Portugal. Some of them will be people who are moving to Portugal. I would say I would also get in the Portugal Facebook communities that have expats who already live there, right? So find the communities on Facebook for expats who have already moved to Portugal. They're the ones who know what things cost today, right? And not like my girlfriend told me she pays $800 a month, but she moved in 3 years ago, right? What is the rent today, right? What does food cost today? So between the accountability community and the expat communities on Facebook, you'll be able to get really helpful, really recent information. So when you're on retirement, right, you know the figure, you know what your cost of living needs to be under, right? So you've got the first, I assume, unless there might be additional income, right? But you have the figure, you know what you need to be under. So use the cost of living calculators in the Work From Anywhere toolkit. Yes, it's called Work From Anywhere and you're retired, okay? But go to exodushomecoming.com/toolkit, get your Work From Anywhere toolkit. And use those cost of living calculators. Plug in the city that you're interested in and see what it tells you. And then plug in some other cities, right? Lisbon is not the only city in Portugal, so plug in some other places and see what information you can get on where your money will take you. I see your question. I see your Life by Cynthia. Let me find it again. Oh, maybe I didn't type it in the chat. ExodusHomecoming.com/toolkit, or maybe I'm too far. Let's see. Homecoming. The Work from Anywhere Toolkit is at ExodusHomecoming.com/toolkit. The thing, every time I like Exodus Homecoming, the computer is jumping because I'm punching the table. I'm like, I mean it. ExodusHomecoming.com/toolkit. Okay, I'll put, if you're watching the replay, hello from the future, I'll put that in the description as well. Okay. All right. Angela, did your kids decide on schooling? Did I miss this? Did your kids decide if they want to go to, Angela's moved her family to Mexico, and the two youngest kids are still in high school. Did they decide what they wanted to do with school, Angela? Are they going, and they had options, I know. Are they going to the international school in your town, or are they going to school online? All right. Okay. Connie's Slanted Love Stories. Hi, Connie. This is helpful. Good. Glad I caught the live. I have to watch the replay. Okay. Thank you for the value you bring. You're very welcome. Thank you for being here. Glad you're here. All right. All right. Let me scroll through. So we do have some members in the Exodus Summit Facebook community who are in Barbados, who have moved to Barbados. So Barbados has what's called a welcome stamp, which gives you longer entry, I think. I think that's the main benefit. So if you work remotely, or if you're retired or whatever, and you want to be in Barbados for longer than they let you stay on your tourist visa, they have a thing called a welcome stamp. And there are women in the Exodus Summit Facebook community who are in or are on their way to Barbados. Danny in Barbados, I think, has come back to Danny goes back and forth between the U.S. and Barbados. But I know some women asked her some questions recently. So that means that there are women in the Exodus Summit Facebook community in Barbados. So yes. So it's already there. It's already happening. Okay. That is within the Exodus Summit community. And then Jamila's community is called, if you're on Facebook, there is a Facebook community run by Jamila called, might be Black Expats in Barbados. It's my internet. I don't have the internet juice, I don't think, to look that up. But if you look on Facebook, you should be able to find them. Can't be too many. If you just put in the words Black Expats and Barbados, you'll find them. Okay, so between the Exodus Summit Facebook community and that community, you'll yes. The answer is yes. Okay. All right, I'm scrolling. Okay, good. So Angela's kids are finishing high school online. Okay, that's good. All right, that's nice. So Angela's family's already in Mexico. This is Kemi. Yes, Kemi is in Barbados. Okay, yeah. So we have, Barbados has been a place that is pulling Black women, right? Black women have been getting themselves to Barbados. Based on Danny's talk last year, it sounds amazing. She lived on like a yoga retreat space. I mean, it sounded like heaven. She used to get up and go to the actual spring and get water, like take her little water pitcher and go to the actual outdoor spring and fill up her water pitcher. Right? Sounds like heaven. Yeah. So we do. There are women in the community in Barbados. So y'all may be able to form up. Right? To solidify, to do some things, do the Playa del Carmen thing. Because Playa del Carmen, that the Playa del Carmen gang is close and tight. So y'all may be able to form up as well. All right. Hi, Pamela. When is my next YouTube training in December? It's probably going to be November. Clarice, it's probably going to be November, but I don't have dates yet. If you're on the wait list for the YouTube Success Challenge, I email once when I have the dates, but I'm sorry I don't have it yet. Because the summit is in October, yes, I don't have the dates yet. I'll probably figure that out soon so that I'll go into the summit knowing what my next thing is. So, Pamela, hold on. But if anyone is not on the wait list for the YouTube Success Challenge, you should get on the wait list so that when I do announce the next dates, you'll be the first to know. Because let me tell you, so we've done the challenge with 300 students. We've done the challenge with 40 students. Let me tell you, 40 is much better. So I'm going to be capping it. I did 300 the first time. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know. Oh, that was too much. I was overwhelmed. Then we did, I think, 100 students, and then I capped the next one at 80, and then 60. These last two have been capped at 40, and it's been a wonderful experience for you and me, right? Wonderful for the student and the teacher and Clarice. So you want to be on the wait list, okay, for the YouTube Success Challenge, vicarious.com/challenge. I believe this takes you to the wait list. Vicarious.com/challenge. So if you don't know, I coach women who have something to say, Black women who have something to say on YouTube. I host a challenge to help you learn how to tell YouTube who to suggest your videos to, right? Because YouTube is not about making videos out in the world, making a million videos and then hoping people find them, right? That's not the path to success. The path to success is the YouTube algorithm goes out and finds people who it thinks would like your videos, and it suggests them on their pages. After they watch something else, those suggestions come up. In the challenge, we work on teaching YouTube who you're for so that it can suggest you to the right people. Okay, and that'll probably be happening again in November. Before Thanksgiving is all I can say right now, but I'll have a firm date in the next couple of weeks for the November challenge. So that'll take us out through the end of the year. I don't plan to host the challenge again. I did say December, but I meant November earlier. I said December, but looking at Clarice's and my schedule, I meant November because I'm pretty sure December is going to be my month off. I think I'm taking December AWF off. I'm not working in December. I don't think so. Off. Yes, right? I think. The Playa crew, so Sonia Unapologetic, who is right here in the chat. So the Playa crew is if you're in the Exodus Summit Facebook community, Courtney, right? If you're in the Facebook community for Exodus Summit, just do a quick search for Playa. You'll find them, okay? They may do, I don't know what y'all are, anyway. If you're in the Exodus Summit Facebook community, Courtney, holler at them, okay? They're there. Sonia is here today from the Playa crew. And then some of them, like Tony is a part of the Playa crew, even though she's recently left Playa. Tony, who is Rise Up and Bloom. So some of them are here in the chat. But the Facebook community is where you can holler at them. Okay. All right. So that's it. You're welcome, Paula. You're welcome. All right. So that's all I came to do. And that's all I got. 11:36. Okay. So last call for questions. You know that I'm on a third party called Ecamm Live, so I don't see everything. So if you ask me something and you think I want to answer it, if you ask something you think I want to answer, ask it again. Hi, Katrina. Thank you so much for the super chat. I hope you're still here, just in case you need a hotel. Thank you, Katrina. I'm good. I think I'm happy here. I think I'm satisfied. That's funny. I think I'm good. So the first night, like I said, when I got here, it was clear they hadn't cleaned the place. I knew there was a mix-up. So right away, and it was like 10 o'clock at night, 9 or 10 at night. So I texted the host. She had actually, thankfully, she had sent me her number to text her, so I didn't have to deal with the app on Airbnb. I texted the host, and in the meantime, I started looking at, because I had ridden past maybe a Hampton Inn or a Fairfield Inn or something like that. So I'm on hotels.com. Like, let me just get a place to stay for the night. I know that I'll get reimbursed for tonight's stay, you know. So I was like, let me find a place to stay for the night. And she was like, no, just go to the next RV, right? The same, you can get in the same way you got into this one, same keypad, go over to the next RV. And I was like, oh, okay. Here's the key. Here's the code. She had to give me a different code. But I did start looking like the problem. And then I said, once I go to the hotel, will I leave? Right? Because this at the time, I'm still thinking that this was going to be inconvenient. I'm still thinking that it's going to be an experience, but is it going to be a fun experience? So I'm so glad I didn't go to the hotel that night, because I probably would have just stayed. Instead, I got to, RV, work from, not like RV as in drive the RV around, but like work from the RV and see that this is enough space, which is my main concern. It's enough space and it's not weird. There's not a lot of weird things. Like, before you turn on the stove, you have to connect these wires and jimmy this, right? It's none of that. Everything just works. It works just like it works in a house. So that was really helpful. Hi, Heather. Am I offering house sitting coaching? So I do 30-minute calls on house sitting, but you could, if you've come to live streams about house sitting, you don't need me to start house sitting. Okay? So if you don't want, and this is for anyone, okay? So yes, you can book a coaching call with me at vicarious.com/call me. But you can start house sitting without me, okay? If you want some support, I'm here. You can book a call with me, or you can buy House Sitter School, which is a series of videos if you don't want to talk. If you're like, I don't need to talk to you, but I do want some help walking me through this process of setting up my profile, right? So I've got House Sitter School, which you can use to help set up your profile if that's all you want help with, or you can book a call with me, okay? But if you have watched some house sitting Q&As, you may be good to go. Okay, so those are your three options. House Sitter School, one-on-one call with me. Both of those are at vicarious.com/call me. Okay, both of those options. And then the third option is just go. Okay, go for it. I hope people are pretty aware of if they're a person who wants a little extra help or not. Right. I don't usually get people booking calls with me and then being like, oh, I didn't need this. Right. I don't get that. So people are pretty good about knowing if they need help or not. So I hope that those of you who are DIYers, right, who are going to do it yourself, go ahead and do it yourself. It's time to book your Labor Day house sits. Labor Day is soon. I don't really know, but I know it's soon. September is the first Monday in September, right? So it's time. People are posting their last minute house sits now. So if you want to get yourself a little house sitting adventure, it's time. It's time to get yourself on Trusted House Sitters and book that Labor Day house sit. I'm going to link to my Trusted House Sitters. I'm going to link to my affiliate link. If you want to join Trusted House Sitters using my affiliate link, won't cost you anything extra, but they give me a little something, right? So thank you for that. Set up your profile. Here's the link to Trusted House Sitters. Again, I'll put these in the description later. Okay? And if you want the letter, the actual email that I send to people that gets me booked to house sit for them, this is included in the new House Sitter Toolkit. It's a free download. A free download of links and resources, including my affiliate link to Trusted House Sitters, including the letter, and including like discount. I think there's a discount to DoorDash and the phone, Google Fi. So like if you're going to be house sitting around the world, not just in the U.S. but out in other places, the Google Fi SIM card that I use when I'm bopping around, um, links to those things are in the new house sitter toolkit. Okay, good. All right. Yes. Hi, Dana. I am not technically RVing, but I'm in an RV in an RV park for 10 days, 12 days in the Florida Keys. Yeah, so I'm staying in an RV park in an RV. I'm not moving around, right? I'm just in the RV in the RV park. It's been good. Easy to work from, easy to live in. No problems cooking and showering. All of the all the important things are easy to do here in this RV. It's a good sized RV. Let's see. Right? So you can see that door back there is the door to the bathroom. It's the full bathroom. Let me see. Because when I took my camera, my thing in there, you couldn't really tell the size of it, but it's a good sized bathroom, right? A little work area with the sofa, work area and sofa, right? I'm at the kitchen table, but I'm across from the kitchen. Don't judge me for what's in the sink. Hopefully you can't see too much of how much stuff I have in the kitchen sink. Right, the kitchen area with the microwave, the stove, the oven, which fit an entire frozen pizza, the refrigerator, and then the bedroom. And the bed is not made. There's a door, and I'm at the table. I'm at the table across from the kitchen. All right, yeah. So it's been good experience. In the Exodus Summit Facebook community, the accountability groups that already exist so they're different. Some are city specific, some are more broad. There was an accountability group just for people who wanted to bop around from place to place. For the summit this year, for the 2022 Exodus Summit, the accountability groups will be more related to money. Right? So if you're looking to make money if you're moving into real estate investing, right, that'll probably be its own accountability group. If you want to do gig work, if you want to teach English online, I would guess that will be its own accountability group. They're not formed yet. But this time they'll probably be less city specific and more money source specific, related to the source of income that you're working towards. All right. But that doesn't mean I don't mean it's the old groups. The groups that already exist are there. They're there. They're up and running. They're thriving. So if you're in the Exodus Summit Facebook community, look for the document that explains the accountability groups. Grethlin, this is an Airbnb. Yeah, it's an Airbnb. Because I'm not driving it, it's an Airbnb. There are RV rental sites. Go RVing sponsored the first year's Exodus Summit, so I should know. I don't remember if you can, I think you don't rent directly from Go RVing, but they have partner sites where you can rent from. Yeah, so you can rent, if you wanted to rent an RV and drive it, right? Go RVing is probably the place to go to find the rental company. But this is just an Airbnb because I ain't going nowhere. I'm just sitting. I'm just sitting, right? Sitting here. This RV park has a pool, has boat slips, and a beach. So I'm just here, right? I'm just sitting. And the next Exodus Summit, October 8th through 10th, 2022. Get your ticket at exodussummit.com, okay? More info about the actual sessions, the actual speakers, what Zoom sessions we'll be doing, all of that info soon come, okay? If you know you're going to the summit, you can go ahead and get your ticket now, exodussummit.com, okay? But the summit info is unfolding, okay? The summit info will be released very soon. Okay, Cutie Pie, I'm looking for a real estate investment accountability group. Definitely purchasing homes overseas is my immediate goal. Yeah, so I think this year the groups will be, this year the groups will be tied to the money source that you're looking to, or sources that you're working towards. All right. Okay, friends. I'm scrolling. Okay, that's all we got. Okay. All right. So thanks for hanging out. Thank you so much for helping each other and answering each other's questions in the chat that I could not get to or did not see. I appreciate that. Thank you very much for being so kind to each other and so generous to me. Okay. Make sure that you are returning or turning that also on to yourself. Yes. Treat yourself with that same kindness, that same grace, that same generosity. I would appreciate that. Thank you. Okay. And keep your ears open for Exodus Summit things. Like I said, if you know you're going, just go ahead and get your ticket. ExodusSummit.com. Okay. I understand if you want to wait to hear what the sessions are to confirm that you're coming and to hear what the bonus sessions are and to hear what we're going to do in the group sessions. And right. I understand that. Okay. But if you know you're coming, go ahead to ExodusSummit.com and get your ticket because if you register before Labor Day, I think, before September 5th, we're giving you a bonus. We're buying the book Rest is Resistance by Tricia Hersey, who is the head of the NAP ministry. She's the NAP bishop from the NAP ministry. That is a bonus that we're giving away for everyone who buys the upgraded ticket, the all access pass, by September 5th. I do know when Labor Day is, by September 5th, right? And that is not far away. I think are we in the 20th? Today's the 20th. Yeah. Okay. September 5th is around the corner. So that is one of the bonuses that we've included in that upgraded ticket. So if you want to make sure that you get that bonus, you want to make sure you get that book sent to you, which is on pre-order. You can't buy it yet, right? If you want to make sure that you get that book sent to you, go ahead and get your ticket, your upgraded ticket now, so that you can get access to that and access to the other bonuses that we are including and are adding. Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you, Paula, for that super chat. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. All right. Okay. What are you making a Facebook group for? Just join the Exodus Summit. I don't know what you're doing, Ms. B. Just join the Exodus Summit community. Or maybe you're talking to somebody else. Oh, Spanish. Okay. Yeah, we're doing a Spanish community. Okay. That's good. So you can do that if y'all are in the Exodus Summit Facebook community, you can do that within the community as well. Okay? So that you're not spread out in a million different places. And Pretty Kitty Publishing, thanks for that super chat. Thank you. I'm on eChem Live and it gives me a description of the little emoji. Thank you so much for that. Okay. All right, guys, don't forget about the Patreon community. If you want to be let me find the link. The Patreon. So I'm putting this super chat money towards the Vicarian Sabbatical Fund, just like I do the Patreon money. I have a Patreon community that is good size. I can't remember now. I have a good size Patreon community, and the money goes to the Vicarian Sabbatical Fund, so we can send a Black woman creator on sabbatical. So this is where I'll send the super chat money, okay? And if you want to participate in the Patreon, you can do that at patreon.com/vicarious, okay? Patreon.com/vicarious. Okay. All right. See you guys again very soon. Yeah. All right. Maybe next Saturday at 10 Eastern time. I'm not sure about the house sit dates, as you know. I think I'll still be in my other house sit in Fort Myers next Saturday. If I am, I'll be live. If not, then I'm not sure because I don't know where I'll be. Okay? All right. Have a wonderful weekend, friends. Thanks so much for hanging out. Bye.